across major cities, including Bengaluru, where the stray dog menace has been one of the hotly debated topics for the last many years.
Absolutely, and even Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has questioned the Supreme Court verdict on this and called this as a cruelty against these animals. And he has also said that there is a way to prevent all this kind of menace in the city, and this is not a solution that can bring these kind of menace to an end. And if you notice, of late there are many cases which have been reported across the state of Karnataka, where even people were killed. One person was killed because of dog bite 2 weeks back here in Bengaluru, and he just stepped out of his house for a morning walk, and group of stray dogs had attacked him, and he was killed at the spot. And today, as you rightly pointed out, that 2 students, one from Haveri and the other one from Telangana, was studying at Bengaluru University, who have been attacked by stray dogs. And remember, this Bengaluru University has been completely fenced. Despite that, these street dogs have jumped those fences and attacked these students.
Okay, all right, Sagai, thanks very much for getting us those details. Concerning news, really, from Bengaluru of another incident of 2 college students being bitten by a stray dog in their campus. They're doing fine for the moment, but obviously at a time when you've got this huge debate on stray dog menace in Bengaluru also, there's a big concern about what really needs to be done by the administration. All right, let's move on to our top focus here on Super 6, which is over the showdown that Rahul Gandhi and the Election Commission have been indulging in the last few days, particularly in Karnataka. A fallout of that, a direct fallout of that, is that a Karnataka minister was sacked. K.N. Rajanna, known to be an aide of Siddaramaiah, has clearly been shown the door because of the Congress High Command. And now, while speaking out about his removal, he stated exactly that, saying the Congress High Command was behind his removal, and he claims that there was a big conspiracy against him, and that's what led to his ouster. But remember, the reason he was thrown out, sacked by the Chief Minister, was because of the remarks that he'd made on voter list lapses. Now, after Rahul Gandhi's expose, when Rajanna was asked about it, he said that if there were lapses, it happened during the Congress rule, so the Congress is to be blamed. Let's get you details first in our report.
K.N. Rajanna, the tribal face of Congress from Karnataka's Tumkuru, taking on Rahul Gandhi's vote-chori claim.
ಈ ವೋಟರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರೋವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಕಣ್ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಈ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳು ನಡೆದಿರೋದು ಸತ್ಯ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಏನು ಸುಳ್ಳೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆನೇ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ರೋಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿದ್ದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Mantri causes Congress red face, blunts Rahul Gandhi's attack in a sense. Rajanna says voter list tweak during Congress.
All hell broke loose in Karnataka Congress after India Today reported the Mantri's outburst. The DKS camp bayed for the Siddaramaiah loyalists' blood.
K.N. Rajanna is totally false. He doesn't know. My chief minister will reply to it, and my party high command.
And your party leader has also written a letter to Ranjit Surjewala to take disciplinary action against him.
My party, Delhi, and the chief minister will react to it.
An embarrassed Congress High Command forced out the Mantri from Siddaramaiah cabinet on charges of indiscipline. Despite reservation by the CM himself, Rajanna was sacked, and the move was made public. A sulking Rajanna hit out at the conspiracy and vented out his ire at the High Command, even admitting that his fate was sealed after the India Today report.
ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನ ನಿರ್ಧಾರದಂತೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಪತ್ರವನ್ನು ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಪತ್ರದ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಇದು. ಆದರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ, ಪಿತೂರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಪಿತೂರಿ ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನೇನು ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಮುಖಂಡಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಏನೇನು ನಡೆದಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಅವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕಾಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
The BJP claimed Rajanna was sacked for exposing the truth about Rahul's vote-chori lies. It also accused Congress of targeting Dalit and tribal netas.
Rajanna has spoken out the truth, when he has said the facts, when he has put the records on straight, why Rahul Gandhi is upset? In fact, his resignation has not been sought. Is it the respect which Congress party and Rahul Gandhi is showing it to Rajanna and the ST community, senior leader of the ST community?
Rajanna's Tumkuru bastion erupted in anger after the raw deal to the stalwarts, while one supporter tried to immolate self. Rajanna supporters blocked roads and forced shops to down shutter. Congress leaders in Karnataka backed the punitive action.
This development is to see that the party discipline is well maintained. And the High Command has taken a decision. Every one of us are to bow to the decision of the High Command.
While Rajanna episode reveals Congress's big no to indisciplined netas, it may have damaged Rahul Gandhi's vote-chori claim. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Sagai Raj, Bureau Report, India Today.
Integrity of the election system in India is gone.
Okay, so that detailed report telling you all about the political showdown that we're witnessing in Karnataka over Rajanna stepping down, or rather being thrown out, booted out by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Let's open this up. Joining us here on Super 6 to discuss what's really played out in Karnataka, we have Dr. Narendra Rangappa, spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. We also have Mr. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst. I must highlight here that we did invite the Congress to be a part of the discussion, but they chose not to be a part of this particular issue of Mr. Rajanna being removed from the cabinet in Karnataka. Let me bring in Mr. Srivastava first on exactly what's played out right now. Mr. Srivastava, at this point, there's very little for the Congress to defend, because while there are questions of Rahul Gandhi that Rahul Gandhi's been asking of the Election Commission, here's one of his own, someone within the Congress who's raised that question, saying if the voter list was created while the Congress was in power, can we really be asking these questions?
Good evening, Akshta. I think there is nothing like defending by the Congress on this particular action, because the action has been endorsed by the local leadership as well as others. But here the issue is that what Mr. Rajanna has said, that why the issues were not raised. I hope you are aware that Congress is running a massive campaign across the country on the vote-chori issues, and it is not for Karnataka alone. I think Karnataka, he did the press conference, but he is picking up the issues from various states that where multiple people voting for a party, or any addresses having a zero number, or 46, 48 people on a single pub address, or one father having some 48 children, and all such things. I hope you are well aware of it. And
of course,
India Today has done a verification as well,
yep.
and they have found in certain cases the truth was there. So issue here is that it's a massive campaign, and such a statement from Mr. Rajanna is definitely going to damage the whole momentum which has been built up. So this is a disciplinary action which they have taken, and which has been endorsed by the people. But Rajanna has said that whether sacked, resigned, or dropped, or removed, it is still in a shrouded in the conspiracy. That he says that there was a big conspiracy hatched against him. So something more will come out.
No, Mr. Srivastava, let's keep aside what he's alleging of a conspiracy, but just focus on what he said itself. Is that a valid question that the Congress must answer? He says, look, if the voter list was created while the Congress was in power, how can the Congress cry foul?
I think this is not a valid question. Why? Because what has now come out is altogether the post-polling what has happened there. It is there. Rahul Gandhi did a lot of research in that Mahadevpura constituency, where the number of irregularities were found, and so many things happened after the polling has been done. What he is saying is regarding the draft rolls. Well, I think there was no scope of challenging that at that particular stage. So there is a post-polling research has been done. On the research, all these things have been found. The duplication of the voting, the false addresses, the one person voting at several places. All these facts have come out now. And that is why the certain things have happened after 1 year time. The June Lok Sabha election was there
Okay.
24. So it is now after 15 months that they have found out so many irregularities there. So Rajanna's that claim does not hold good, that Congress could have reacted that time itself when the draft rolls were printed.
Okay, Mr. Rangappa, your opening comment really, because you've heard from Mr. Srivastava and he's made it very clear that, look, this argument that Rajanna has put out was itself, didn't have any sort of merit, was full of loopholes, and the Congress has cracked down on him. Mr. Rangappa? Okay, we'll just give Mr. Rangappa a moment there to give his opening statements as well. We'll give him a chance to catch his breath before we take this across to Mr. Rangappa for his opening comments. But you've heard there from Mr. Srivastava, who has in fact said that, look, what we've seen from the Congress right now is essentially an attempt to take disciplinary action. And what the Congress does essentially against its own leaders, its own cadre, is its own business. This is a political party that's cracking down for not towing the party line. And that was very, very clear that when Rajanna spoke out at a time when Rahul Gandhi was leading this massive campaign, especially in a crucial state like Karnataka, you saw clearly that statement leading to a bit of blowback really for the Congress, which created quite a bit of embarrassment for the Siddaramaiah government. But having said that, keep in mind that Rajanna is someone who was a very close aide of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. And so it was very clear, and sources have confirmed that to us as well, that the reason that Rajanna had to, was in fact pushed aside, was ousted, was because the Congress High Command made it very clear to Chief Minister Siddaramaiah that him continuing in the state cabinet was simply untenable, keeping in mind what's playing out. I understand Mr. Rangappa is back with us. Sir, hope you're doing okay. Your opening comments.
Sorry.
No problem.
Mr. Rajanna has been sacked for only one reason, because he has called the bluff of Mr. Rahul Gandhi about the vote stealing or voter impropriety. And he was unceremoniously dismissed from the cabinet. Mr. Rajanna is a senior Valmiki Dalit leader. Why was he so suddenly dismissed? This has to be answered by the Congress government. It is purely because the autocratic attitude of the Congress. Anybody speaks against the big three, they'll be sacked. This is very clear in what action has been taken against Mr. Rajanna. This is totally unconstitutional, because the Chief Minister has the discretion to remove or keep any cabinet ministers.
No, but
is there an extra constitutional authority that is working in this country?
Mr. Rangappa,
is Mr. Siddaramaiah listening to somebody else in Delhi rather than taking his own decisions?
Okay, but Mr. Rangappa, let's turn the tables here. If there was such an incident that took place within the Bharatiya Janata Party of a leader in the Karnataka BJP speaking out against, what the BJP leadership said, would that be accepted? Would that be accommodated? Or would there be action against that person?
Madam, in Bharatiya Janata Party, democracy is at most. We believe in the policy of democracy, which brings the party up, because even an ordinary party worker in Bharatiya Janata Party can go up to become a president. But in Congress, it is either whom you select, or it is me. And whom you select listens to you. The Chief Minister should have been the highest authority here. I have my sources saying that the Chief Minister was not ready to sack.
Okay.
He was not ready to sack Rajanna. But he had to bow down to Delhi. He had to bow down to his masters. This is totally unconstitutional. This is not a right step for the democracy in this country.
Okay, Mr. Srivastava, you have a point to make. Go ahead.
What I'm asking is that I think why should it's an internal matter of the Congress. Why should BJP be so worked up on this? BJP has removed several leaders. Yatnal was removed. Several MLAs were removed. So you have taken action on your indiscipline on the party. Your leaders have taken action there. So why should you crib about Congress?
Anybody unceremoniously till today?
No, I know.
Show me one case. Show me one case.
Mr. Rangappa, Mr. Srivastava has given you an example.
have
wait.
dismissed any minister from the cabinet.
He's given you an
One
example. He's
example.
given you an example of Yatnal. But go ahead, Mr. Srivastava, finish your point.
Ceremoniously, unceremoniously, that is different issue altogether. What is the party is tough on the indiscipline. When not alone Congress, the entire India bloc is agitating against the vote-chori across the country. There are cases appearing from Uttar Pradesh, from Bihar, from Madhya Pradesh, from Rajasthan, from Maharashtra. Several cases are coming out at such a juncture. If somebody tries to give it a different color, which BJP is jumping on, or for that matter, Congress is calling, BJP is calling it a bluff or a fraud or something like that, when the evidences are being produced, evidences that too from the documents of Election Commission only. So there it is, calling it a bluff or calling it a fraud is absolutely unfair. There should be investigation, there should be probe. That is more important than why the BJP should be worried about it.
So how did the Congress make the allegation? How did the Congress make the allegation?
Okay, Mr. Rangappa, go ahead.
Where are the documents?
Mr. Srivastava, hold on. Let Mr. Rangappa come in now. Go ahead. Mr. Rangappa, go ahead.
Where is the affidavit that the Election Commission has asked Mr. Rahul Gandhi to file? Where is the proof that there is something happening here? You can't make an allegation standing on
The
stage
proof
in
is there,
Delhi
Mr. Rangappa.
and say,
Mr. Rangappa,
"I've got
Rahul
allegations
Gandhi has
to
given
make."
evidence. You
Why
can
did you not
question
go
the
to court
affidavit,
if you have
yes.
enough evidence? Why did you not go to the court if you have enough evidence? Why have you not produced the affidavit to the Election Commission? Why did you avoid going to the Election Commission in Bangalore? You had taken an appointment with the Election Commission, and why did you not go there? You are bluffing the nation. You are misleading the democracy.
Okay. Mr. Srivastava, essentially the BJP is questioning here why Rahul Gandhi hasn't taken further action if he's got all of this evidence of what's happening in Mahadevpura in Karnataka.
I think he will. He has just highlighted the whole thing before the nation and through the press conference, and several such Pandora box is opening, and several cases are coming out. Not alone here. There is a 124-year-old lady in Bihar who is voting.
No, sir. Mr. Srivastava, I have to set the record straight on that one. What's very clear, and we've done a ground report from Sivanu, Bihar, which shows very clearly that this woman was not 124 years old, but 35 years old. But go ahead, sir.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that's the question of investigation. That's the question of probe. I think Rahul Gandhi is not saying that whatever he is showing, everything is correct. So that's the role of Election Commission to find out that what is truth and why certain things are happening. This is what is the whole vote-chori episode about it. And why should BJP be worried? It is between Congress and the Election Commission.
Okay.
Election Commission has to act upon it. Why the BJP is upset on this, that why it is happening? I don't understand.
Okay, before I wrap this up, quick closing comments from Mr. Rangappa on the question that Mr. Srivastava has raised about why the BJP is speaking out for the Election Commission in this particular matter, Mr. Rangappa.
Madam, Mr. Rajendra's statement itself is enough to say that it is not only BJP who is speaking, but it is also the Congress ministers who are speaking. So, when you are shying away to produce evidence, when multiple news channels went and made a reality check, it showed that Rahul Gandhi is bluffing the nation.
No, again here I'll have to set the record straight. I'll have to again set the record straight that that's not necessarily true, Mr. Rangappa. We've done a reality check in Bengaluru that has confirmed that yes, some of the allegations are true. For example, in a small house having 80 plus voters registered to that particular address, we found that to be true. But we leave it at that. We will highlight here on India Today that we've done exposés on several of the allegations put forth by Rahul Gandhi, some true, some not true. So perhaps there is a space here for the air to be cleared about the allegations that have been levelled. Thank you, Mr. Rangappa. Thank you, Mr. Srivastava, for your time and joining us here on India Today. But speaking of these allegations of vote fraud or vote-chori as it's being called, there is one that's playing out in Kerala's Thrissur as well, which we've been reporting here on India Today, because the Congress has alleged that even in Thrissur, which the BJP won, and Suresh Gopi is the MP from Thrissur, there's been voter fraud. Now, a fresh fake votes complaint has been filed in Thrissur, alleging that 9 fake votes were added using one address. And this complaint has been filed by the owner of that particular apartment. The owner, Prasanna, is the only person in the house who has a vote in Thrissur. And she said that she has no clue where these other names have come into the picture on her address. She says we don't know who's added the rest of these names. It's based on this complaint by the woman you see on your screens that the CPIM has alleged that a large number of votes were added to the voter list using addresses of vacant flats, and that votes were then transferred from other districts to Thrissur. So you've got the left and the Congress, both of them now targeting the BJP. Interestingly, it's united the UDF and LDF in Kerala, where they're lashing out to the BJP, claiming that Thrissur, there was voter manipulation that took place. Let's get you all of those reactions.
ഇവിടെ ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഫ്ലാറ്റിൻ്റെ 4C പേരിൽ 9 വോട്ട് കള്ളവോട്ട് ചേർത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾ അറിയണതാണോ എന്നൊക്കെ ചോദിച്ചിട്ട്, അപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയുന്ന ആളല്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ പരാതിയിൽ ഒപ്പിടാൻ പറ്റുമോ, അങ്ങനെ ഒപ്പിട്ട് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞ പ്രാവശ്യം. ആളുകളെയും അറിയില്ല, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ആരും അറിയില്ല. ഞങ്ങളുടെ പേരിൽ റൂമിൻ്റെ പേരിൽ ഒട്ട് അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അത് ശരിയല്ലല്ലോ.
Now many cases are coming out from Thrissur also. That bogus vote has been enrolled in that voter list. You can understand BJP only one seat in Kerala, that in Thrissur. There also complaints are coming like this. All over India, people are realizing that something wrong is happening in the voter list. Instead of addressing this concern, their only target is to Rahul Gandhi and opposition parties. Every day they are busy with threatening Rahul Gandhi and opposition parties. Instead of threatening and replying to Rahul Gandhi, they should look after these complaints, Election Commission of India. The country deserves a neutral election commission, which is not here in this country at all.
Well, this will need to be looked into. I think it's very important that the Election Commission address all of these discrepancies. I've mentioned this yesterday as well. It is in the Election Commission's own interest and in the credibility of our democracy that these misgivings, doubts and concerns should be addressed forthwith and, frankly, in a spirit of sincerity and transparency. I really hope the Election Commission does this.
So Suresh Gopi's family, his relative, including his driver, their vote were added in Thrissur. They are actually the voters in Shastamangalam, Thiruvananthapuram. So these vote bulkily included in the voters list. That's one example. There was an amendment in Election Commission has done in 2023 that the voter who are, when he submitted his application, only he should produce the rent sheet. Actually, till 2023, 6 months permanent residing is compulsory. It was compulsory. It was amended by the Election Commission in 2023. So the pre-plan was started from 2023.
Voter list manipulation has happened in the whole country. This is not limited to one state or one constituency. Everywhere where BJP has won, a proper investigation inquiry needs to be conducted. One seat won by BJP in Kerala was using fraudulent measures. They added something like 40,000-50,000 votes in addition, and all these votes were fraud committed on the voters list. We want a thorough investigation and action. The victory of Suresh Gopi from Thrissur is in question mark. Everything, the whole gamut of this voters list and the fraud committed needs to be unraveled.
And then during the polling process, in every booth, there is a representative of the contesting candidates. After the counting, there is another opportunity to file a petition, election petition in the court. And all these processes are not done by the employees of the Election Commission. It is the state government employees of Kerala who were deployed for all these works in Thrissur also. So whom are they suspicious about? If they had any objections, they should have utilized the options available before them. Even now I would urge them, instead of doing a malicious campaign, let them use the legal methods and challenge it.
Okay, let me bring in Shibi Mol, who's joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram for more details on this. Shibi, this particular news break that you've gotten us has, of course, created political waves across Kerala, with the left, the Congress, raising this to question the BJP over the victory that they enjoyed in 2024 in Thrissur. From the Member of Parliament, Suresh Gopi, has there been any reaction on this?
Well, Akshita, that's the most, interesting part about it, because since the last few days, if there's something that Kerala has discussed in detail, it's about the election results in Thrissur. We've heard from the BJP leadership in Thrissur, both former State President K. Surendra and senior leaders like V. Muralidharan coming out and hitting against the left and the Congress. But as of now, till now, we have not heard from Suresh Gopi about anything about, this allegation that they're raising, not just about his victory, but also about his family shifting their votes to Thrissur constituency. Like you pointed out, this particular case has been used by both the left and the Congress. They're saying that this is one of the case studies, because it's because they have been saying that it's about the BJP had focused on vacant apartments and houses across Thrissur constituency to add people's name to the voter list from people who were residing in different constituencies to the voter list of the Thrissur constituency. So they've taken this example of Prasanna's case as a as a case study, saying that this is how they've used this is the modus operandi that they've used to add names to the voter list in Thrissur constituency, where Prasanna clearly says that the 9 voters, she has no idea. When the names were read out to her, she had no idea who these people are. She has been residing there for the last 4 years, and she's the only one with a vote who's a voter in that constituency. But Suresh Gopi has not yet reacted to it. We'll have to see in the coming days, because both the left and the Congress plans to take on this very seriously. They're saying that these are issues that they've raised earlier also.
Okay.
When the elections were ongoing. So
just a quick follow-up also, Shibi, on whether the Kerala Election Commission has taken note of this. Has the Kerala Election Commission reacted in any way?
Well, actually, the Election Commission had said that, if you had any complaints, you should have informed us earlier. That's what the Chief Electoral Officer of Kerala had informed, the V.S. Sinukumar, who was a CPI candidate. So, but he's saying that he had already informed the Election Commission. There were around 3 complaints that were filed on the 24th, 25th and 26th. 26th was the polling day. So, on all these dates, complaints were filed. He said that, I do have the copies with it, but it was not communicated to the Election Commission officer is what he feels. But he's saying that, it was all filed. But Election Commission officer says that there was no complaints received. They could have moved through explored all those ways that were possible and all those options that were lying before them.
All right, Shibi, thanks very much for getting us those details. Clearly in Kerala too, it is the voter fraud allegations that's taken center stage, and all focused on one particular election result, that of Thrissur, which the BJP pulled off a stunning victory in 2024. Moving on to Andhra Pradesh, let's get you details of the mega bypoll showdown. This is in Pulandola of Andhra Pradesh, which is Jagannath Reddy's bastion. There's an intense conflict between the TDP and YSRCP. Remember that in Pulandola, you have a crucial Zilla Panchayat bypoll that's taking place. But amid that, there are serious allegations of widespread booth loot by both sides. You've had TDP MLC Gopal Reddy as well as YSRCP MP, who is the MP of Kadapa, Avinash Reddy, being put under house arrest. According to sources, Avinash Reddy was even taken into custody, was arrested, and then, believe it or not, as he was being taken to the police vehicle, YSRCP activists gather, and he actually managed to escape from the police while being taken back to Kadapa city. Sources have said that YSRCP activists blocked his vehicle, and that's how he managed to escape. So the police are actually searching for the Member of Parliament right now. So things have gotten quite ugly in this particular seat.
The Pulandola Vontimita by-elections is picking up pace right now. As you can see behind me, YS Avinash Reddy there, who is walking the streets. We're here, in fact, and in fact the police bandobast that you can see, police are also leading and trying to catch Avinash Reddy even as he is walking ahead. In fact, YSRCP cadres who are behind me is joined by YSRCP senior leader and former MP of YSRCP Avinash Reddy there, wherein he has took out a silent walking protest there, where he will be walking 3 kilometers ahead to the circle from where he will show his sign of protesting against the kind of anarchy that YSRCP claims TDP-led NDA government is undertaking as the ZPTC by-elections are currently underway. Starting 7 a.m. this morning in several of the polling booths, what we are able to hear from sources is that be it from the TDP or the YSRCP parties, there has been a lot of people, public voters who have allegedly been stopped from voting, and in fact these protests have been continuing on. In fact, police have also put YSRCP's former MP there, Avinash Reddy, under house arrest. But as you can see from the visuals out here, Avinash Reddy is seen walking from outside his residence and taking to the streets as a mark of silent protest. Here, Apurva Jayachandran for India Today.
This is all these people, they are not voters of Pulandola Mandal. You can see the faces, right? They are not the voters of Pulandola Mandal. All these people are from Jammalmadu constituency. So the people whom you saw in the queue just now, all of them belong to Jammalmadu constituency. They are not even a voter in Pulandola Mandal. So as per TDP, as per the officials, they claim that this is free and fair polling. So we have to understand that this is a free and fair polling by the voters of Jammalmadu, by the TDP supporters of Jammalmadu in Pulandola Mandal. This is what we have to interpret. Thousands of people thronged to the Mandal and did not allow the agents to enter, did not allow the voters to enter. Voters have to come close to the gate of the polling booth. They have to hand over the slip to these people, and these people from other constituencies outside district, they take these slips and they go inside and they vote. And this is nothing but a duplicate vote, donga vote.
We've seen Kadapa time and again being won by the YSRCP. Earlier on also when Rajshekar Reddy was there, that was also the time we saw elections being won here single-handedly. Do we believe this ZPTC elections as well, it's going into the YSRCP kitty?
How can it go? You tell me, if people go and vote, it is 100% it will go into the kitty of YSRCP. There is no doubt about that. But people, they are not allowing that. Right. No, take note of this. They have made surveys. They know they are going to lose miserably. So to avoid that, now they are doing all this. They have not allowed a single voter to go and do the polling. Gundas who are there from outside, they have entered the villages and they are ransacking the villages. And the police is a silent spectator. Whose responsibility is this? I think it is the police responsibility. It is the responsibility of the district administration to ensure safety to everybody. Rights of the common people, it is being lost now. Everybody, every person who has faith in democracy has to react to such situations, because whatever has happened now, it is a barbaric activity. This is not an election at all. This is not a reflection of any people's mandate. This is a pure gundaism, rowdyism happening.
Pulandola ZPTC ఎన్నికలు ప్రశాంతమైన వాతావరణంలో జరుగుతున్నాయి. వందలాది మంది పోలీసులు శాంతి భద్రతలు కాపాడుతున్నప్పటికీ కేవలం ఎన్నికల సంఘం ఏకపక్ష ధోరణితో వ్యవహరించడం జరుగుతోంది. ఎవరినో అవతల అరెస్ట్ చేసినారని చెప్పి ఎవరైతే శాంతిలో విఘాతం కలిగిస్తారో వాళ్ళు అరెస్ట్ చేసింటారు.
అభ్యర్థిని వైఎస్ఆర్ కాంగ్రెస్ పార్టీ తరఫు నుంచి మేము పొద్దున్నే తెల్లవారుజామున 5కే లేచినాము. 5కు లేచిన తర్వాత నా ఇంటి చుట్టుకారు 120 మంది మంచులు ఉన్నారు. పైగా రోడ్లో డిన్నర్ పెట్టుకుంటున్నారు. ఆ డిన్నర్ కాడ కూడా బయట ఊరోళ్ళు, ఈ ఊరోళ్ళు ఎవరు లేరు. నా ఇంటి చుట్టుకారు 120 మంది మంచులు వచ్చినారు. ప్లస్ రూమల్ అని ఉంది మా సచివాలయం ఎదురుగా. ఆ రూమల్ దగ్గర 200 మంది పైన ఉన్నారు. కట్టెలు పట్టుకొని మరీ వాళ్ళు బెదిరించినారు. ఓటర్లను ఎవరినే కానీ రావద్దని ప్రలోభాలు పెడుతున్నారు. ఇళ్ళలోకి పోయి కొడుతున్నారు. మా జనరల్ ఏజెంట్గా పొద్దున ఇంటికి వచ్చా అంటే నా ఇంటికాడికి వచ్చి బండ్లలో ఎంపలాడి కట్టెలతో కొడుతున్నారు. ఎట్లా అంటే అట్లా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఆడోళ్ళు కానీ మగోళ్ళు కానీ ఎట్లా పోతారు ఏజెంట్లుగా చేయనికి? ఈ ఎలక్షన్లు జరిగేదానికే లేదంటే ఏం చేయాలని మీకు నాకు అర్థం కావడంలే. కానీ పర్మిషన్ ఎట్లా ఇచ్చినారు నాకు అర్థం కాదు. మా ఊర్లో పోలింగ్ బూత్ దగ్గర డిన్నర్ చేసుకునే పర్మిషన్.
Okay, let's bring in Apurva Jayachandran for the latest updates of what really played out in Pulandola today. Apurva, you were there on ground getting us those updates on the current situation. We understand that the YSRCP is also pushing for, in fact, repolling because they're suggesting that there's been massive malpractices that have taken place.
Well, Akshita, in fact, it's been a quite tense situation here in Kadapa, Pulivendula and Vontimita, both these areas as well, since early this morning, since 7 a.m., polling had started. More importantly, there were clashes that took place between the TDP and the YSRCP. Remember, here, especially in Pulivendula, it's been almost, roughly over 30 years, that by-elections is being conducted here all over again. But here, yet again, because of the nature of the elections as well, we're seeing that these kind of clashes have taken place. Yes, TDP was in power before, YSRCP was in power before. Earlier on, we've seen Rajanna Reddy, who was the chief minister as well. Even all those times there, no matter which government came and went, Pulivendula has been known as the bastion of, YSRCP and especially YS Jagannath Reddy. And that's what is the favor we saw today as well. There were several cadres there, both from the TDP side as well as from the YSRCP side, who were clashing amidst each other. This even as roughly around 15,000 plus police were deployed just to control the crowds that were coming in. There were lathi charges that were made. Remember, this is not just today I'm talking about. This entire last week, owing up to this day today, in fact, there were clashes that took place continuously between the YSRCP and TDP. And today as well, we saw several clashes that were taking place. We also saw YS Avinash Reddy there, what he had talked about, alleging that there might be possible malpractices and that the TDP was, the police were completely out of control and that it was TDP that was trying to rig the votes is what Avinash Reddy was also seen there alleging as well. We've also seen the TDP leaders there commenting on how yes, so far YSRCP had been, had got Kadapa as the bastion, but this time things are going to be different. We saw how 11 seats was what they got in General Assembly's elections, and we're also seeing
we'll see how things play out, but there are, of course, a lot of allegations and political charges firing in thick and fast. Thanks very much, Apurva, for joining us with those details. Let's cut across to a news break coming in. And Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidus has sent across a clear message to America at a time when, of course, we've seen that 25% tariff plus penalty tariffs. There's been a lot of questions about whether Indians in America will suffer. And amid that, Chandrababu Naidu has said very clearly that those trying to deny jobs to Indians will soon realize that their countries will not develop without Indians. This is an important message from the Andhra Chief Minister, considering that there's a huge Telugu population that's also based in America, which is very concerned over what's happening currently and the fact that US President Donald Trump has been clearly going after India. Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has said very clearly that while there may be attempts to create temporary difficulties, there's no question that anyone who attempts to deny jobs to Indians will struggle. Their countries will not develop. Listen in to what the Andhra Chief Minister had to say.
ఈ రోజు కొంతమంది కొన్ని తాత్కాలికమైన ఇబ్బందులు పెట్టచ్చు, సుంకాలు పెంచచ్చు, లేకుంటే పన్నులు వేయచ్చు. దీనివల్ల ఏదో భారతదేశ చరిత్ర ఆగిపోతుంది అనుకుంటే అది భ్రమ తప్ప ఇంకోటి కాదు. ఈరోజు కొంతమంది అంటున్నారు మన వాళ్ళకు ఉద్యోగాలు ఇవ్వద్దని. వీళ్ళు ఉద్యోగాలు ఇవ్వడం కాదు, మనం లేకపోతే ఆ దేశాలు అభివృద్ధి కాని రోజు తొందరలో వస్తుందని చెప్పి కూడా నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తున్నా. మన సేవలు ప్రపంచానికి అవసరం. ఆ తెలివితేటలుండే వ్యక్తులం భారతదేశీయులు. ఇది తప్పకుండా అవుతుందని చెప్పి కూడా నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తున్నా.
And in Andhra Pradesh, we continue to get your ground reports on the condition of several schools, hoping to trigger a wave of change and create a difference for the people living in these villages. Our report, the next one, comes in from Tumkuru, where an Anganwadi center was promised, never built. One lone woman took it upon herself to build it, helping local children. Here's a ground report by Apurva.
The tribal village of Tumkuru in Andhra Pradesh has witnessed change, not with a big plan, but with one person who chose not to wait. A small building stands out in the quiet hamlets, not for its size or design, but for what it represents. A center for children that wasn't built by contractors, not commissioned by some high-level push, but raised by one woman's determination. The Anganwadi Centre had been on government papers since 2006, but its foundation was laid a decade later. While the system waited, Kanthamma, the Anganwadi worker for Tumkuru and neighbouring hamlets, did not. She took it upon herself to see the centre through, brick by brick, so that while parents worked deep in the forests, their children had a safe space to learn and grow. The terrain in Tumkuru is unforgiving, so much so that horses are more dependable than auto rickshaws. All that the villagers ask for are better roads, a school that functions, and the dignity of access.
With the lack of proper facilities such as road and other basic amenities, not only has it become difficult for them to go ahead and make things easier on their livelihood, but they also request that at the earliest, whatever help be possible, that can be given to them. With video journalist Prasad at ASR District, Apurva Jayachandran, India Today.
Let's get to a news break coming in now. Aviation regulator DGCA has issued a show cause notice to Indigo for alleged lapses in simulating training for nearly 1,700 pilots. Now, we're hearing from our sources that this show cause notice was issued after scrutiny of records and replies that were received from the airline. Indigo has also confirmed that they received now this show cause notice from the DGCA, particularly worrying because what the DGCA has flagged here is that simulators on which nearly 1,700 pilots did their training were not qualified for operations at certain airports. And so questions will arise on whether these pilots who are not trained for all possible terrains, all possible conditions via these simulator trainings, whether they were still made to fly through some of these routes. And that's why the DGCA has also flagged it up. Amit Bharadwaj is joining us live with more details on this. Amit, get us a sense of really how Indigo has chosen to respond to the show cause notice.
Akshata, number one, the DGCA notice that was served to the Indigo, show cause notice rather, was about the unqualified stimulators being used for pilot training. And with this, it is also clear that Indigo is in receipt of this particular show cause notice, and they were given 14 days, they have been rather given 14 days to respond to the show cause notice. Indigo has confirmed to India today that they have received the show cause notice that has been issued by the DGCA. They also confirmed to us that it is in regards to the stimulator used in the pilot training, and along with that they are saying that they will respond to the DGCA or the authority within the stipulated time. And they continue to claim that they have been maintaining all sorts of standards which is required. So what is going to be the response, that is to be seen. But Indigo making it clear that they will be filing their response within the stipulated time.
Okay.
Clearly 2 weeks have been given to the operator, to the airline company Indigo, to respond to this particular show cause notice which has been issued by the DGCA.
So 14 days time essentially given to Indigo right now. Thanks very much, Amit. We've run out of time. My apologies for that, but we've run out of time. We will continue getting you details of what Indigo's response is to that show cause notice. All right, and with that, that's all. Delhi has triggered a huge debate nationwide and in Bengaluru as well, where today, even as there's been this debate over stray dogs being moved to shelters within a certain time frame that the Supreme Court has given, there has been an incident of 2 college students being bitten by a dog in Bengaluru. This has happened in the Bengaluru University campus. And Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, also speaking on this entire debate, weighing in on it, has questioned the order, calling out cruelty and saying that there needs to be a solution protecting people as well as animals. An opinion that's been voiced by several Congress leaders, including the likes of Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi. But what's been rather shocking is that today, you've had an incident in Bengaluru of 2 college students being bitten by a stray dog in their college campus. They've been rushed to the hospital. We understand one of them was even taken to the ICU because of grievous injuries, but is now out of danger and moved to the general ward. But this is extremely worrying, viewers, because it once again puts the spotlight on a stray dog menace that must be addressed. How do we address it? That's something that's up for debate, but clearly a menace that must be addressed. Let me bring in Sagai Raj for more details on this. He's joining us live from Bengaluru. Interestingly, Sagai, even as you know, you've got the Supreme Court order coming in specifically for Delhi. There is now a debate across major cities, including Bengaluru, where the stray dog menace has been one of the hotly debated topics for the last many years.
Absolutely, and even Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has questioned the Supreme Court verdict on this and called this as a cruelty against these animals. And he has also said that there is a way to prevent all this kind of menace in the city, and this is not a solution that can bring these kind of menace to an end. And if you notice, off late there are many cases which have been reported across the state of Karnataka, where even people were killed. One person was killed because of dog bite 2 weeks back here in Bengaluru, and he just stepped out of his house for a morning walk, and group of stray dogs had attacked him, and he was killed at the spot. And today, as you rightly pointed out, that 2 students, one from Haveri and the other one from Telangana, was studying at Bengaluru University, who have been attacked by stray dogs. And remember, this Bengaluru University has been completely fenced. Despite that, these street dogs have jumped those fences and attacked these students.
Okay, all right, Sagai, thanks very much for getting us those details. Concerning news, really, from Bengaluru of another incident of 2 college students being bitten by a stray dog in their campus. They're doing fine for the moment, but obviously at a time when you've got this huge debate on stray dog menace in Bengaluru also, there's a big concern about what really needs to be done by the administration. All right, let's move on to our top focus here on Super 6, which is over the showdown that Rahul Gandhi and the Election Commission have been indulging in the last few days, particularly in Karnataka. A fallout of that, a direct fallout of that, is that a Karnataka minister was sacked. K.N. Rajanna, known to be an aide of Siddaramaiah, has clearly been shown the door because of the Congress High Command. And now, while speaking out about his removal, he stated exactly that, saying the Congress High Command was behind his removal, and he claims that there was a big conspiracy against him, and that's what led to his ouster. But remember, the reason he was thrown out, sacked by the Chief Minister, was because of the remarks that he'd made on voter list lapses. Now, after Rahul Gandhi's expose, when Rajanna was asked about it, he said that if there were lapses, it happened during the Congress rule, so the Congress is to be blamed. Let's get you details first in our report.
K.N. Rajanna, the tribal face of Congress from Karnataka's Tumkuru, taking on Rahul Gandhi's vote-chori claim.
ಈ ವೋಟರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮದೇ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇರುವಾಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಕಣ್ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಈ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳು ನಡೆದಿರೋದು ಸತ್ಯ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇನು ಯಾವುದೇ ಏನು ಸುಳ್ಳೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ಅಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆನೇ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಅವಮಾನ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅವರು ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ ರೋಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಅಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ಮನಿದ್ದು ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Mantri causes Congress red face, blunts Rahul Gandhi's attack in a sense. Rajanna says voter list tweak during Congress.
All hell broke loose in Karnataka Congress after India Today reported the Mantri's outburst. The DKS camp bayed for the Siddaramaiah loyalists' blood.
K.N. Rajanna is totally false. He doesn't know. My Chief Minister replied to it.